sheet is a little shorter. Please write your comments for our speaker. Our next speaker is a new Toastmaster and is excited to give his icebreaker today. So please, no dinging, no buzzing. He's a stilt walker, a Halloween fanatic, and has a love for horses as well as dogs. He has founded Natural Instinct Dog Training. Please give a warm welcome to Toastmaster Gary Adams.
Good morning, Toastmasters and distinguished guests.
Good
morning.
Do my best to be as beguiling as I can with my speech. I was born and raised in Southern California in what you might call an upper middle-class family. I had an older sister and a younger brother. Each night we were taught a prayer. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. God bless Mommy, God bless Daddy, and God bless me and make me a good boy. That last part, I wanted to change, but I didn't dare. Abuse comes in many forms. Physical, mental, neglect. Worst of all is when it's unpredictable. My father would always say, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do drugs. I guess I made him exceptional. He would use things, some of which would be words. You are stupid. You are worthless. You will end up a criminal. Worst of all, and this one, he really meant, you are not my son. After school, I would be dropped off at my father's business while my siblings, they would go home with Mom. You see, I had a job to do. I had to clean the shop, put away the tools, clean up after the guard dogs, and then clean their kennels. A lot of times I would end up hiding in there with them because they were safe and predictable. Then I'd have to ride home with my dad. That old work truck, it had such a distinct smell, this mixture of oil and gasoline and a sack of dusty paperwork up on the dash. And he had such an intensity about it. There was this motion, like a twitch. It was so hard not to want to watch, but if he would see me, what? And I would get smacked across the face. After dinner each night, I was actually locked in my room alone, while the rest of the family had quality time. My room, this was my solitude. I actually looked forward to going there, except for never knowing when my father might burst into the room, hover over me. What are you doing? I felt safest once everyone went to sleep. I could be me. I would do the things that I enjoyed. I would take things apart just to see how they worked. I would hide under the covers of my little black and white television to watch old episodes of Twilight Zone and monster movies. At that point, I didn't realize how lucky I was that they did ignore me and push me out of that family cycle. School, it was different for me. It was safe. It was a place where I could pretend to be normal. I had good teachers. I remember Mrs. Howe. She was so amazing. She would sit sometimes and teach us all how to do origami, and it was just amazing. And sometimes we did go to church. I remember a pastor, Dr. Corder, he was amazing. Not always just for the words that he said, but for what he did. He had such an ability to give people a sense of empowerment and security and stability. I mean, I so wanted to be able to do what he did someday. When my daughter was born, I knew I had to change. I was on this quest for knowledge and healing. I would devour any book that I could get my hands on and any opportunity for counseling. I had to become the father that she needed. Then I met Ghost. Ghost was this untouchable rescue horse. I didn't know much about horses at the time, except maybe how to brush them and pick out their hooves. But here I was alone in this barn with Ghost, and we spent the longest time just watching each other. I'm sure he was as scared as I was, but I could see him. I could feel what he needed. It was such an unspoken thing, but it was almost like he was me as a child, alone and scared and in desperate need of stability and security. Horses became a big part of my life, and eventually they became a big part of my daughter's as well. As my experience with horses grew, it started to circle back to my experiences with the dogs, except now I had the ability to give them what they had given me so many years ago. My life has been a gift. It's enabled me to see in others things that they have gone through and struggles that they've had, and for me to now truly have the ability to say, I got you. And that prayer that I wanted to change at the end,